Hello and welcome to one of my first general videos where I try to talk about a script and I'm gonna ramble off for 20 minutes about Dragon Age the Veilguard. But in reality, I'm gonna try and keep this quick and short, just for your viewing convenience. And I'm gonna be addressing concerns about Dragon Age the Veilguard because there are a lot. Now, honestly, for me, I think the gameplay reveal squashed almost all of my worries about the game, but a lot of people think differently, so I'm going to be addressing different concerns or just thoughts about the game that many people have, and I'm going to be stating my opinions on them and what I think should be changed about the game. Let's begin. Now, the main complaint was the art style. It didn't look like Dragon Age to most people, and honestly, that's understandable, especially with the reveal trailer. It looked like Overwatch meets Fortnite. That's not good for a Dragon Age game. I mean, they're completely different games, so why would you do that? The gameplay reveal, honestly, I think looks just like Dragon Age. I heard a lot of people complain about the demons, that they look very weird. I think they look fine. Add some lore, like the fact that they're just a collection of nervous systems. I think they can expand on that. That can actually allow him to make different types of demons, like he can have a normal pride demon in a different area when he has more parts of his body collected. That's just an idea I have. But I think the art style and direction honestly looks fine. But the main thing is the reason why people don't think it looks like Dragon Age is because everyone thinks it looks like Mass Effect. Everyone thinks it plays like Mass Effect. And yeah, the game has definitely been, to use fan term, Mass Effectified. The gameplay now only has 2 companions that you can bring with. You can only play as yourself. You can't directly control your companions. And there's an ability wheel that's ripped right from that game. But honestly, Mass Effect is good. I mean, everyone loves Mass Effect, so I don't get what the problem necessarily is. I mean, when you think about it, look closer, Mass Effect and Dragon Age are too different. It's just a different way they go about it, because both will still have an ability wheel. It's just addressed a little differently. But I will say this does kind of harm the diehard fans, but the game isn't Dragon Age Origins, so the diehard fans are going to complain no matter what, so this change is fine with me, because honestly, the combat and gameplay got worse with each game, in my opinion. Origins was great, 2 is hit or miss, depending on the fight. And Inquisition, I just don't like. I cannot get into Inquisition's combat. But the main thing I want to talk about is actually the ability wheel. And just the abilities in general. That's my only complaint so far, is the abilities. And I'm a little upset that we aren't getting much news about it. Of course, the big complaint is that you only have 3 slots. There's no toggle for more. It's just 3. From what we've seen so far, maybe there's a toggle. They said there's hotkeys, but the hotkeys are probably just going to be the same 3 abilities, but just remapped, so it's going to help not at all. It's not going to be any help. And the ability wheel only has 3 for each companion, which sucks. And there's no straight up ability wheel. We got your list of all your abilities, all your sustained talents. Doesn't even look like there's going to be poisons or grenades here. And I am very upset about that. It's just like with Inquisition, the fact that you only have 8 slots, or at least in that game, there's going to be, like how they promote that, there's all sorts of abilities to pick from. We're not going to pick any of them. We're just going to pick the main 3 we get at the start, because we don't want to lose them. They're good abilities. We don't want to trade them in for a sustained talent that we're not sure if it's going to do well or not. That's why almost all of the abilities in Inquisition never get used. Like if you're a mage, you're always going to go with the basic primal abilities because you don't want to risk losing a slot for another. And it's never fun. It just makes it much more frustrating when you're trying to get all the different abilities. Like when you're leveling up, eventually you're going to run out of slots and you're just going to be thinking, what's the point in getting any more stuff? Because you already got your slots filled out. You don't want to trade in any of these abilities for other ones. And that's going to go especially with sustained talents, because they're not going to be used, period, if there isn't an ability wheel that's to select them all. Because you're not going to trade in an ability for a sustained talent. But the big part of it, in my opinion, that I don't like, is the top portion. This looks like it's going to be companion commands. Like with Mass Effect, you can hit the D-pad. It'll go to a certain area or stop attacking, disengage or re-engage. I feel like that should be changed entirely. All those commands should be put in one diamond at the top labeled companion commands, so the rest will have options to like choose different play styles, like in Mass Effect Andromeda, because they said there's going to be an option like that. And then there should be one that's literally just other abilities or your potions to select your poisons or grenades, something, because so far it looks like you're not going to be able to access them at all. And that is really concerning. That top portion is the main thing I'm concerned about. I'm hoping that maybe there's a second wheel like in like in Mass Effect, that'll let you choose those different stuff. It's going to be on console, so we have to take into account the fact that they may run out of buttons. So let's hope that they're at least reserving 2 buttons. Like, get rid of a hotkey or make it where a hotkey you hold down to pull up a different wheel that has all the stuff we want, like the ability wheels, maybe quick heal. Well, it looks like the quick heal is just a D-pad. But honestly, we just need more. We need more information about the combat, the ability wheels. I'm tired of getting information about the character creator. I don't care. I want to know about that, the combat, just to relieve my worries about it. And the next thing is the UI itself. A bunch of people were getting Mass Effect vibes. Me personally, I thought it looked like Hogwarts Legacy. I'm not kidding. The health bar is just identical. The level up looks the same. Like, I think it was in the same spot in Hogwarts Legacy too. I don't know. I have to check. But like, I was getting nothing but Hogwarts Legacy vibes with the left side of the UI. It was just funny. In Dragon Age Inquisition, you had to go to a website called Dragon Age Keep to import all your stuff, all your choices from 1 and 2 into 3. That's not going to be the case with Veilguard, it seems. It seems like they're going to have something similar to that built in, like in the character creator. You'll get to choose it all there. I think that's honestly a genius idea, because it allows all the diverseness of the Keep while also being built into the game, so it's not as clunky. But another big complaint, and this is going to be the last one I'm going to address, is the companions. What I noticed is the companions seem like replacements for older ones, but I can play devil's advocate and I can see a reason as to why they're all new companions. A bunch of people don't like the new companions. From what I can tell, they look like just lame Suicide Squad characters. But honestly, think about it this way. Most of the companions that you see are just replacements for older characters, like Tash is just a replacement for Iron Bull. Iron Bull can die. Iron Bull can die in Inquisition. So if Iron Bull didn't survive Inquisition, you wouldn't have that companion. So you'd only have 6. And same apply with like the Mage Killer. That could be Fenris. Fenris could die or be taken into slavery. Like the Warden, you could have just done a callback into like Alistair or Logain. Those 2 characters have the least amount of plot armor, so there's a high chance they won't come back. So I feel like they made the choice to do all new characters just to ensure that you have 7 companions no matter what for the game. And the older companions might just get cameos like how Hawk did. And I honestly think that's okay as long as the new companions are well written and have good banter. They have one shot and they better not screw it up, because that's going to ruin a good chunk of the game. No one wants to f*** a skeleton.